It's a good idea to stop focusing on the end result and insisting on how it should come about, and instead focus on every step of the way. Human nature is an interesting thing. We create expectations in our mind, and then if the real world does not meet those expectations, we get disappointed, and then as a result, there is a number of wrong conclusions. I'm not good enough, I don't like doing this is not for me. In order to avoid that turn of events, focus on what you're learning daily through your process. Just like a skyscraper doesn't get built without proper foundation, without architects designing the building in a way that's gonna last. A lot of layers and a lot of dimensions are necessary in order to create the best building possible. And what happens a lot of the times is that a student is progressing and they don't give themselves any credit for the breakthroughs that they've made. There's always more that we want. Even in my own case, I remember I kept saying to myself, okay, if I learn how to stand on two hands with my eyes closed, I'm gonna be incredibly happy and satisfied. As soon as I achieve that, I get bored, I need something else. And throughout my journey, I've had so many of those points where I say, okay, if I learn how to press up on one arm, I will feel accomplished. And as soon as that happens, very quickly it becomes normal. And the last thing you want is to just feel normal when you're striving for excellency. So therefore you have to keep finding new and new goals. But the thing about the human nature is that if we pose too great of a goal, if we aim for too great of a result, we get scared. We start thinking that we're infinitely far away from the desired outcome. The thing about small steps is that think of it as a drop of water. For example, you open your faucet and you wash your hands, you wash your face in the morning, you get clarity, you feel good, you go on with your day, and then you don't close the faucet all the way. That little drop of water will become a full sink of water, and then next thing you know, you have a flood in your apartment. And that's something that is absolutely the case when it comes to progress in handstands. The small steps that we take, if they are the correct steps, if they are honest steps, let's say a regular entry into a handstand, if you cannot enter 5 out of 5 on a consistent basis, let's say be it jumping into straddle handstand, jump or kicking up into a handstand legs together, if you cannot do an entry in a consistent manner, well, no wonder why something that's more advanced, something that's more difficult on a more advanced level, no wonder why it's not achievable right now. It's not just the thing that you're trying to do. If you're looking for shortcuts, you are going to go straight for the thing itself, the end result. And you're not going to know what the hell is going on. It may take you months, it may take you years. You will get closer, then it'll push you back. You will try to get closer, it'll push you back. It'll never be consistent because it's based on instinct. And instinct is an important part of the process. But there needs to be a conscious component where we know our craft. We need to know our craft in and out in order to improve at our craft. If we don't know it in and out, and it's an ongoing process, even for myself. I'm still learning new and new things every week, every month, every year. When we don't understand what we're doing, we cannot progress beyond what we don't understand. And of course, over intellectualizing something isn't the best and the only way to achieve something. Again, there are many other parts that go into it. Consistency is really important because just like the small drop of water that keeps coming, because of the consistency of that drop, it fills up the bucket. If we don't have consistency, our efforts evaporate. They just do. They don't accumulate. I would encourage you to use your rational mind and not be sidetracked by your emotions or your fears or your insecurities. That's really important. Our mind fulfills its function, but our body and our deeper sense of self has a much wider outlook on things. We need to work with different layers of ourselves in order to achieve whatever it is we're trying to do. So treat every session with your fresh mindset. You're bringing part of the progress and breakthrough from the last session. In the new session, you have to again reestablish everything you've learned and add on top of that, so that the next time you train, you already have a little more leftovers of progress from the last session than you would if you don't continue building on top of what you already established. So be patient, be persistent, have a clear idea and understanding of your efforts, and without immersing yourself into the process, you will keep going in circles. You will have an illusion that you keep going forward and up and up and up, but the nature of illusion is to confuse us. If we're able to see clearly, we can track our progress, we can be honest with ourselves, we can encourage ourselves and appreciate the steps we've already taken and build on top of what we already have.